Hello, my name is Emma Harper, and I am a sophomore studying biology on the pre-pharmacy track. I've completed my research with Dr. Ryan Early of the Biological Sciences Department on the effect of animal-assisted activities on geriatric communities. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in the quality of life of our aging groups. Currently, it is estimated that of the 1.5 million adults in nursing homes in the U.S. today, over 22 to 40% of these individuals have depressive symptoms. Depression not only contributes to a decrease in the quality of life, but also affects the mental and physical functions of these individuals. There are two proposed reasons as to why depression might be so high in nursing home areas. One of the reasons is that symptoms develop outside of the nursing homes. This implies that there are pre-existing conditions that lead to these individuals being placed inside nursing homes due to the fact that many adults cannot take care of other individuals. The second reason is a little more concerning, that nursing homes spur the development of depression. Many people suggest that nursing homes might drive the symptoms of depression due to the fact there are many changes that come from entering a care facility, such as isolations from family, friends, and pets, a decrease in independence, and the loss of routine and surroundings. Whether depression is a result of pre-existing conditions or conditions inside the nursing home, it is very important that we address these decreasing quality of life. Depressive symptoms are commonly treated with antipsychotic drugs in the Tuscaloosa area. According to the Long-Term Care Community Coalition, the average rate of antipsychotic drug usage in Tuscaloosa is about 26% for 2018, meaning that about 1/4 of all patients are using antipsychotic drugs. When provided a cost description and a benefit analysis of antipsychotic drugs, many patients opt away from medication towards psychotherapy. One major form of psychotherapy is the use of animal-assisted activities. Animal-assisted activities, or AAA, involves the use of animal intervention in daily life, such as taking your dog for a walk, reading with a cat, or taking medication while having a rabbit or a chicken on your lap. This, in partnership with animal-assisted therapy, is widely implemented in schools, prisons, nursing homes, and other long-term care facilities. AAA is based on the simple concept that people love their pets. According to research from the CDC, there are many benefits that can come from owning a pet, such as decreasing your blood pressure, increasing opportunities for exercise, and decreasing symptoms of loneliness. Due to the compounding research from the CDC and other organizations, many geriatric communities and long-term care facilities are implementing animal therapy and animal-assisted activities in their facilities. The purpose of the study is to determine the effect of animal-assisted activities in geriatric communities. Glen Haven Health and Rehabilitation has opened up their facility for this study. Research will take place over a 6-week period, twice a week for 20 minutes per session. 30 patients have agreed to participate in this research. 15 of the patients will receive animal-assisted activities. The other 15 will not receive animal-assisted activities, but in order for compensation, they will receive animal therapy post the study. 2 therapy animals will be used to test this hypothesis: a mini Australian Shepherd by the name of Minnie and a mini Dachshund named Oscar Mayer. These 2 animals were selected for their temperament, breed, and small size. They were also both certified by the Therapeutic Riding of Tuscaloosa to be therapy animals. At the beginning of the research trial, 2 initial types of data will be collected, the first being a survey and the second being a sample of saliva. The first type of data of interest is the WHO-5 Wellbeing Index. The WHO-5 Wellbeing Index is a 5-question survey intended for participants of low to moderate cognitive ability. As you can see by this question, I felt cheerful and in good spirits. All the questions are very simple, and participants will select responses from the 6-point Likert scale. Here's an example of the full WHO-5 Wellbeing Scale, and I will quickly go through what a typical resident might respond with. The first is that I felt cheerful and good spirits more than half of the time. I felt calm and relaxed less than half the time. I felt active and vigorous less than half the time. I woke up feeling refreshed and rested at no time, and my daily life has been filled with things that interest me most of the time. This provides a total score of 11 points. The healthy level for this survey is about 13 points. This indicates that this resident has a lower than healthy number of points, and therefore there needs to be a change in behavior or environment in order to increase their well-being and quality of life. The primary benefit of the SU-5 Well-Being Index is that it tells us, specifically for each patient, how their initial well-being is. The second method of investigation is cortisol testing. The saliva sample collected at the beginning of the research is for the sake of this cortisol testing. Cortisol is the body's main stress hormone, and it is an integral part of the stress response. When patients are under duress, their adrenal glands secrete cortisol into their bodies in order to decrease bodily response and to decrease the effects of stress. As the body becomes stressed, free cortisol is released into the urine and saliva. This is the cortisol that was not used by hormone receptors to reduce stress, and this free cortisol indicates that the body has just undergone stress. For the purpose of this study, this cortisol will be examined because depressed patients tend to have higher levels of cortisol than patients without depressive symptoms. For this study, a device called a salivette will be used in conjunction with the cortisol testing kit in order to determine the cortisol levels of the patient. Initially, the salivette will be used to collect a small sample of saliva. This saliva contains lots of hormones as well as cortisol, so the cortisol hormone must be extracted. This is done through reverse phase chromatography. Reverse phase chromatography involves the use of a C18 column of a nonpolar solution. From the C18 column, saliva and water molecules are separated from these hormones. This is due to the fact that water and saliva are polar solutions and are not attracted to the nonpolar C18. The hormones that we want to investigate are nonpolar and therefore will stay close to the C18. The C18 column extracts all nonpolar hormones, including cortisol, which means that we need to separate them. In order to differentiate from the other hormones, the C18 column will be added to ethyl acetate, ultrapure nitrogen, and a specific buffer. Once the cortisol is separated from the saliva, the cortisol testing kit is used to create standard curves in order to compare our samples to the standard. From this, the amount of cortisol for each patient can be determined. In summary, at the first session, a saliva sample and a survey will initially be conducted. In sessions 1 through 12, animal-assisted activities will then be conducted. In the final session, session 12, salival samples and the survey will also be re-collected. In terms of final results, it is expected to see a decline in cortisol levels and an overall increase of wellness as individuals get to interact with animals. In the future, it would be desirable to repeat this study in a location where we have more subjects over a longer period of time. A follow-up study will be conducted in spring at Mountville Health and Rehabilitation in order to determine the effects of animal-assisted activities in schizophrenic individuals. Thank you. Are there any questions?
Hi. Are you guys planning to do this study with any other animals other than dogs?
Good question. So Alabama is an area, especially in Tuscaloosa, where there are a lot of rural homes, and a lot of these elderly populations do come from these farms in these nice rural areas. So a lot of these individuals do have attachment to farm animals. So we hope to repeat this study with goats, chickens, of course cats, because some people are cat people, and just be able to determine the effects of general animals as well as specific animals and see how people benefit from having animals that they prefer over animals in general.
You know, I saw that there are 12 sessions with the animals through this process. How long will people be able to interact with the two dogs in this end, and is that a normal therapy?
It's very important to us to protect our animals as well as our participants, so we never want to overexert the animals. So we can limit our therapy sessions to about 20 minutes per individual. A normal therapy session can range anywhere from probably 15 minutes to an hour. For our sake, 20 minutes is ideal because it does not overexert the animal, and it also provides the just an adequate time for patients to get accustomed to the animal and to get the full effects of our therapy.
Other questions? Very good.